All right, let's do this. 4 after 5 on a Monday. Week 1 is finally here. Let's hit the books. Part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. Yes, Knish was a couple minutes late, but that's okay. He's actually been early for a majority of the offseason, so we'll give him a break. That is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. I'm merely Brad Powers. Alex Moretto producing today. Let's pay the bills before we get to your comments. College football is back, and FanDuel is giving you a reason to lock in early. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. You can use those bonus bets on best bets such as Week 1 lines, Heisman futures, overs, unders, players, props, whatever you got circled on the upcoming college football calendar. FanDuel is easy to use, it's safe, and when you win, most importantly, you get paid instantly. No waiting around, no hassle, just straight to your account. So if you got a team, a take, or a gut feeling before kickoff, now's the time to back it. What you need to do is just head on over to FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks and sign up to get started. Disclaimer, you must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas and affiliation with the Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, and Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as a non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope it's here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE New York or text HOPE New York in New York. Week 0. How did it treat you, buddy?
You know what? It was all right. Not the you know what, props were meh. They kind of basically split sides. A couple went well, a couple not so well. Of course, we got 3 of the 4 on the SGP, which called the shot before it even happened with Kansas State going. So it was okay. I will say, just from a fan standpoint, it felt good. It felt real. Like, I wasn't really expecting to be like, oh baby, like the slate wasn't exactly, your tastiest games, but I was locked in all day. I was late into, I know you were too, late into Stanford, Hawaii, even, was bouncing around watching some of the FCS games. So it was a good day. I enjoyed it. And then a nice appetizer for this Saturday with the big slate.
I'll be negative. I thought it was sloppy.
No, that's fair. Quality of play? It was none of those games I'll be talking about, 30 years from now to my grandkids.
Yeah, I don't know what to take from. People were asking me, Kansas State, Iowa State, obviously the headliner. I don't know. I didn't do anything with Iowa State, even though, that was just a classic Iowa State win. I did downgrade Kansas State. I'm worried. Kleiman, who I like, but he continues to lose a bunch of games he shouldn't. Dylan Edwards, I don't know, man. Does he want to play? I don't know. That's a kid that's been committed 3 different spots in his recruiting. And he's already transferred. I watched him right after that play. He looked fine. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to play. It seemed like he was pouting after the fumble. So I don't know what to take from there. I don't. Obviously, both play FCS teams this week. I think it's negative for both traveling and laying a bunch of points. So I would probably prefer the dogs in both of those games. Hawaii, Stanford, I downgraded both teams' power rating. Watching that. Stanford's passing game was atrocious. I hated the play calling at the end. Hawaii obviously got, good for Hawaii to get a win, but Alijado's hurt. I don't think he plays this week.
That's they're the old Hawaii mafia swirling with that one.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that. The team that did look pretty good, buttoned up with 2 new coordinators, I thought had really good game plans. Looked like they had a clue. Had some penalties, but they played pretty clean football, 0 turnovers. Kansas impressed me. Jalen Daniels, if he stays healthy, huge if. That's what he looked like a few years ago when he was a legit Heisman candidate. 18 out of 20. They had some good weapons. That Pickett kid from Ball State as a transfer.
Yep.
They look pretty good. Now, I also think Fresno might be pretty bad. So
I will say, because that first few drives with Fresno, EJ slinging it a little bit. The old EJ Warner believer in me was like, oh, he's finally bad. Now he's in a real spot where he can thrive. Second half, they just went into the tank. Yeah, that was I don't know. Yeah, I will agree. I think this Fresno transition year. I'll tell you one team that I thought.
All right, here we go. I was waiting for it.
The old Delta. Give me the big red, baby. The Hilltoppers out there. I thought they were quite impressive. Probably could have won that game by, maybe.
Well, could have won it, but I thought it was appropriate final. Because Sam Houston, I don't know if you saw this, was at the 1 late.
Yeah,
got
but
sacked, they did have like a very fluke, like what was that, like a fumble pick, whatever. The ball bounced up in the air and returned it. So that was a pretty dominant win. The transfer quarterback looked good. That D2, I don't know if you saw this, that wide receiver, number 17 from a D2 school.
Yeah,
I think Henry's his last name. That he was super impressive. I mean, that first touchdown catch was basically like Jackson Smith and the Jigba a couple years ago in the Rose Bowl. One of the best, like over the shoulder Willie Mays style type catches you'll see. We didn't talk about one team where probably the biggest power ratings adjustment for most.
Oh boy.
I was down on them significantly more than the market coming in this season. UNLV was legit bad.
Yeah.
When you are +3 in turnovers, and you still almost lose outright as a 30+ point favorite, it's not looking good for the Rebs.
No. I mean, the defense was like something
really bad,
horror movie bad. And listen, I know the offense, they were able to run it and stuff like that, but this is running in against, as you said, a bottom 10, bottom 20 FCS defense.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, this whole orgy I think Calandra is okay. I'm not
I thought he had it. He was probably one of their best players.
Yeah. So I don't know. I will say, I know, that there was some scrambling going on during that UNLV game about the game this week. I don't know. And I know this was, again, week 1 overreaction. And I'm not saying Sam Houston's a juggernaut or anything. I wouldn't be surprised if this even came back a little bit more. To be laying double digits on the road.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I don't know if this.
So here's the best actionable advice, because you texted me, and sometimes I think even us pros forget about it from time to time. And it's still going on. Was happening 10 years ago, still happening now. The best thing moving forward, week 0, books still keep week 1 lines up when week 0 is going on. Even after week 0 games are over with, there's a lot of books that still have, whether it's week 1 lines up, season win totals up. That's the best. Take advantage of it. I mean, there's a lot of people still asleep at the wheel. As long as week 0 remains 4 or 5 games, I think there's opportunities. You were betting over in this Sam Houston UNLV game. I told you I took Sam Houston. I think you're betting Sam Houston too. I took Iowa State over their win total. They basically won a game that they had a 45% chance of winning. I mean, their win total should change a half a win. And it didn't in a lot of books.
And as you're even if you're maybe hey, I'm going to see a market, there's going to be a market reaction. Maybe even your personal opinion, I don't want to throw these week 0-1 game. I don't want to make big adjustments or any of that. The number's still going to move. So you can get yourself in an advantageous position just taking you see how UNLV looks out there against an absolute bottom feeder. The number's going to move. So, to me, that's half the betting. You don't have to be a genius. Just bet the number, deal with it later. You want to middle out of it. You want to do something you bet the good number, it's going to move. So, yeah, I don't know.
And the one they really didn't move, I understand kind of why. Hawaii's laying 2.5 wins by 3. They didn't move the Arizona line. If you woke up on Sunday morning, that was available. And if you watched the game, you had to at least think, I think there's a greater than 0% chance Alejado doesn't play this game.
No, totally. And I say, if you told me Alejado was 100%, I wouldn't be running the lay 2 TDs, with Arizona there. I'm not super optimistic about them coming into the season. With that said, if he doesn't play, it wasn't a great Hawaii performance to begin with. Also, Stanford, you kind of alluded to this on Twitter.
Oh, my God.
They're just man-balling them all second half. And then you go we're going to end up play action. We're going to throw some plug like Gulberson, just hand the ball off, win the game.
I was going to come away like when it was like they're driving there, they're up 20-17. They had that first right before the interception. And obviously it was a great play. And I think they had a decent play call there. Just guy made a good play. Still, I'm running it until they stop it. I was thinking, hey, Stanford, this is going to be a nice win. I mean, that's old Stanford. That's what you should do against an undersized Hawaii team.
All right, we can line up. We can run the football a bit.
Yeah. Even when we can't throw it. So that was going to show me something. And then, oof, that was rough. All right, let's get to the stars of the show. That's being the chat, and we got already super chats lined up. Mitchell first in line here from the great country of Canada, $27.99. What's the thought process behind that? $27.99. Do you know?
It might maybe it's if you convert that to American dollars, what is that, like $3 American or so?
Fair enough.
Appreciate you, Mitchell.
Well done, buddy. That's Knish. Mitchell says, thanks for the Jayhawks pick, Brad. I like Buffalo at plus 16.5. Noticed them this morning at plus 18.5 shopping. I'm up in my bet. Also, do you like Georgia Tech this week? I do like Georgia Tech this week.
Yeah.
I certainly lean Buffalo at 18.5. I know who's behind it. Doctor. Power Rings isn't wild about it, but I think Buffalo's defense is legit, and I can't with a first time starting quarterback lay that with Minnesota. So I prefer the Buffalo side. Where are you at there?
You know what? I missed the initial move on Buffalo when coming down. So I was like, all right, this is a pass for me at around 17. Now that it's ticked back up to the 18.5, it's been in range. I haven't actually fired on this yet. Been kind of in lukewarm in terms of not really getting a full pay of like where the market's going to go on that one. But I would agree. I would definitely lean the Buffalo side at 18.5. I am on Georgia Tech. So at a couple of different, I laid some side, I laid some money line. This is full on Coach Prime. Let me tell you something. Coach Prime, if they go 10-2 this year, I won't have $1 left in the Knish account. So I will say though, shop that because it's pretty much painted for out there. FanDuel trading for FanDuel on the sharp side of the lean there with the 4.5.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mr. Producer, Moretto, our boss, can you go back to the Minnesota Buffalo game? I think FanDuel's got the best price in market right now at 18.5. Yeah. Oh no, never mind.
Yep.
Yeah, it moved. Never mind. I mean, it literally just moved. I mean, 10 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna say, do we want to best bet that at 18.5? Because it was the only 18.5 out there for the most part. Yeah, damn. Oh well. They're watching. You know you are. FanDuel people behind the scenes, you know who you are. Charles in the chat, Knish, I'm out on EJ Warner finally. Boy, he looked rough. You are in a fan club.
First,
it did look good early.
I know. I was like, because someone even mentioned, I wish I don't remember the name, the passing prop last week, which was like between 180 and 190. First half, he was more than half. I was like, oh, I can't believe I didn't play that. I can't believe I didn't, take my man here. And like second half, I don't think I don't think he had 1 yard passing in the fourth quarter.
No, they couldn't do anything.
No.
They couldn't run the ball either. That's what worries me if I'm Fresno.
Yes, that is. I will agree, especially when you're trying to bring in that system, and you weren't able to run it at all. Woof. Also, Mountain West. I mean, we're talking. Those were two of the Mountain West contenders that were on display there.
I guess you're betting Hawaii if Ali Hotto stays healthy. He ain't making it throughout the season, folks.
No,
just not. Dropping back to pass when your offensive line isn't that good. Oof.
Yeah.
We'll see what Boise has. We'll talk that game here coming up because that's a Thursday game. I do want to run through the Thursday card because we won't talk again until Friday. Charles did say he likes Fresno money line week 1. I can't bet that. A little bit of money came in on Georgia Southern. You got to downgrade Fresno's power rating a little bit, but I'm not wild about betting Georgia Southern. Are you? Did you bet that one?
No,
I can see under.
Yeah, and I like the under move a lot more than the side there. So if you were even that, I don't even hate it, and I know it's down a few points, but I would still lean that way, even at the 50. I think FanDuel's got best price 52.5 out there. So that was the only thing. I don't have a real opinion on the side right now around pick.
JB777 in the chat. Love the show, Brad and Knish. Thoughts on the over-under Clemson LSU in the real Death Valley? Thanks. I'm leaning towards under. I do believe the LSU defense has improved. I haven't bet it yet because it just screams to me marquee game. Joe Q Public sees two of the top 3-4 guys as far as the Heisman candidates, two great quarterbacks. I'm kind of waiting to see where that is closer to kickoff. So under for me. Did you do anything with the total?
No, nothing for me on that one. I know we were head to head here on LSU. I've got
a little bit of LSU money today on the side.
A little bit of LSU money. Well, as you know, if you can believe the message board last night, Trevor Lawrence was in the hospital. So if you didn't catch that, there was a dubious message board rumor that he had gotten in a car accident last night that got debunked. But yeah, I mean, I'm a little surprised he even got out, got to 4.5 at one point. So not surprised to see the buyback there. But total wise, I guess market read would be kind of lean towards you that maybe I think day of the game you might see a little bit of over money, but it would be under nothing at current.
Reich's in the chat, 99 super chat. Happy Monday, fellas. Georgia Tech first half -2.5. Another way to hammer this game. Well, the total got hammered under again today.
Yeah,
that's way down. I can see it. We already talked about it. I mean, it's Georgia Tech for me. I got different numbers. I would still be willing to lay 4, 2.5. That's fine. I actually like that Brent Key has been very negative about his team. So there we go. Listen, Mr. Producer, Georgia Tech -3.5, -118 on the alt spread. There you go. I like that he's been, bad mouthing his team all throughout that. I think he likes his team. I think this is going to be, I bet Georgia Tech to win the ACC. I like them quite a bit. So I could see them coming away with a 10+ point victory. Forget that alt down. I want to see alt ups. I want to see a pounding here. What's the alt on Georgia Tech -21?
No, it's just Moretto. I don't think the 3.5 to 4.5 is only 3 cents. That doesn't. No, I'm just he broke my brain with that screenshot because I thought that that would be more expensive because they've got it -4.5, -1. Oh, -4.5, 105 is what they have it at. So that I was like, how can it be? But but yeah, as Duck is saying, listen, Georgia Tech, I'm not gonna talk you off any Georgia Tech in this game. So I don't know. You want to go first half? You want to go first quarter, full game, alt spreads? I really think they lay it on them here. So yeah, it's Georgia Tech and it's anti-Colorado. This is one of the rare matchups week 1 where there's a team that one I wanted to buy on in Georgia Tech versus a team 2 was looking to fade in Colorado. So
love it. Agree with that. And I've been bitching about week 1, but this is one of those. Is there still a prime effect? Last couple of years, there's been kind of like Joe Q Public likes, game day. They like to bet them some Colorado. Do you expect that? I don't think that's happening this year.
I don't think so either. I'm excited to see what this Colorado team looks like in week 1 because it's been real quiet. I know Coach Prime wasn't there for a bit. Haven't heard too much of what's coming out here. It would not surprise me. And again, they came in. We ate some cake last year on Colorado team, but I wouldn't be surprised if 1, this team was extremely disappointing, and 2, they got clocked in this game.
Love it. I'm rooting for it to shut them people up because they're pretty loud on Cleveland Brown quarterback situation right now. That's unbelievable. Moretto's asking, do we best bet Georgia Tech at -4 at a different book? We love FanDuel, but they're shady.
We can do the 3.5 -118 at FanDuel.
Yeah, let's do that. Best bet 3.5 -118. Boom.
In.
There we go. There's your best bet. Can we do that?
Yep.
All right. Good.
We'll take it.
There we go. There's a best bet. We might have one more or more. Now let's see what the chat says. You guys dictate a lot of this. Mason Bryant in the Chat, looks like Cal got hit today. Think you may have given out Oregon State as a best bet earlier in the summer. We did. And on that note, any injury or any stuff we're missing is -1.5 worth firing on. I got to dive into that and see. That did get hit today. Speaking of best bets and stuff, if you're looking for all that as far as week 1 best bets, those are now listed in the Betstamp channel. So hit the books, make sure you're following there on Betstamp, and you'll see everything we've given out so far as week 1. And then we'll just use the Google spreadsheets for all the futures. But did you say anything on this? I didn't see who was even behind this.
I did, in I talked to a few people this morning that kind of they agreed with the move. They liked the Cal side at 3 and had it, they had this closer to pick. I would say it's more of an Oregon State fade than them in love with Cal. So kind of maybe two neither teams. I'm still of the Oregon State lean here and okay with the position, but obviously, listen, week 1, you respect the move when it's coming down at you, and it got hit pretty good here. So I would still lean that way at Oregon State at the current, but yeah, I mean,
I'll look into it further. I don't always respect week 1 moves, to be honest with you. So I don't know. That's how I kind of am, but I'll look into it and see. Fabulous one, Baylor. Bears closed last season with 6 straight wins. No open with SEC fraud Auburn outright. I'm not there on that one. The only thing I bet was Auburn money line. 10 agrees with that. He gave that out. I need I said this all summer. I need 3 with Baylor to bet it. I don't know if we're getting it.
You know what? We didn't take a harp on this enough. Stanford game, and this is going to be the exact scenario. What did we say all week?
Yeah, I know.
3. Gotta wait to 3. Only going to play 3. What does the game land on? 3. Same exact scenario here. It's to me, if you're looking to play Baylor, I'm not fired unless I get a 3. I liked Auburn a little bit, but it was at a cheaper money line of 2 points ago. But if you are looking at Baylor, I think you will see a pop at some point. I wouldn't play it unless it got there.
Agree. I was doing another show, and somebody's comment was, this guy talks about half points and this and that, man. He's just meandering. And then I was talking about the Stanford game. Like, I need that 3 to bet it. And, of course, that's what happens. Half points do matter around key numbers, folks. Come on. Well said by you, as usual. You're bringing it. You thinking about doing a solo show soon?
Maybe Knishi Beach House. Join maybe me and Nadu go down there and to do the Jersey Shore.
There you go. Have you been following along with that?
More than I'd like to admit, yes. Especially the Friday. Have you?
No.
Your boy got Nadu 86 from one of the clubs he tried to go to.
Yeah, I'm not doing that show this year. So unfortunately not. I don't know. So no, I was talking to Rico the other day, but that was kind of funny, to be honest with you. That is a little bit entertaining. No, I remember weekend. Obviously, I was watching football on Saturday, and I went to high school games on Friday, so I ain't got time for that. You saw how tired I was doing Saturday's show. I wasn't staying up late watching the Jersey Shore. I can tell you that.
You are more polished than me, and I will say Saturday was like, wow, say, hey, did BP get into?
Yeah, I think you correctly, were like thinking, did this guy drink? No, I was tired. Why? I gave the old man the bed, and I had to sleep on the couch on Friday night. Tell you what, sleeping on the couch when you're 20 is a little different than sleeping on the couch when you're in your 40s. That's rough.
Well, that's all you had to say was I had to sleep on the couch.
Yeah. Wow. I can't be doing that too much more. Mason Bryant, would love to hear your thoughts on I skipped over a couple, but I'll get back to it. Mason would love to hear your thoughts on South Dakota versus Iowa State this week. Don't know anything about South Dakota, but boy, that could be a spot of the year material. We're so back. I agree, it's a great spot. Iowa State's off of a big win over Kansas State. Iowa on deck, traveling across the country. This would have been probably one of my favorite bets, but South Dakota, this is really in the weeds.
Yeah.
South Dakota had a chance to be preseason #1 FCS. They were returning a bunch. They lost their coach. They got poached in the post-spring portal including like a starting left tackle that's going to start at Cincinnati and some other players, a bunch of starters. So I kind of got off of it, and numbers are numbers. 15.5 isn't great, but you know what that means. South Dakota probably wins outright.
I mean, Iowa State, if just historically under Campbell in some of these crossover games has been miserable, absolutely miserable. And I agree with the spot, but as you align there, I mean, because it's more of a name brand FCS team that you don't really know what you're going to get. I will say, if without, as BP is saying, a lot of that turnover there, I think this would have been, a hammer play at current.
I would lean that way. I mean, you got to play a spot like that, but I think some of it's priced in. I see it just went down a point at FanDuel. Somebody's watching.
You really don't know. I think it's more so in the FCS and the FBS.
Yes,
what you're going to get on some of these teams early in the season.
Well, look at Nick. I mean, people didn't tune in for this. Nichols, Incarnate Word. I mean, Nichols has a brand new coach. They have nobody back. They win outright as a double-digit underdog. I mean, I didn't have that. I didn't bet Incarnate Word, but I did not have Nichols winning that game. I could tell you that. I didn't. I was looking to bet Incarnate Word if it was a cheap number. So yeah, my FCS volume is going to be down. I'm sorry, Duck. I know he's been texting me and stuff about FCS. I bet a little bit, but it's going to be the volume for week 1 is going to be down. I don't know if I trust everything so far. Thoughts on over 63, Boise, South Florida? No, a little bit under money came in today, and I think that's sharp. I bet the under a few weeks ago. Market went against me a little bit. Now I'm in front of the number, meaning I got a good number now. So I don't know who is behind that. That might have been Mr. Muscle's crew on that one. But I agree with the under. That's a pretty high total.
Yeah, I kind of lean that way too. I think you're right on just who was moving that one. Because as we said, or like everybody was releasing today. So I think you had. It's a good, and you know what? Just from like a macro perspective, I know people like, oh, we hate services, all that. There is an element of, as you've mentioned before, of knowing who's moving something. And then, you know what? If I want to, depending on who it is, if I want to come back on something, that it can change my opinion, depending on who's releasing it. So, also, like, you kind of just know when something's happening, be able to buy the bottom of the market. So, yeah, stuff was firing off today. And I know not everybody can, stare at a screen for, all morning on, Monday mornings and such, but it makes a difference in terms of where you can get your market entry.
Well said. And we're talking 4 different groups, hit it within probably a 15-minute period.
Right,
we're talking
everyone's beating themselves to trying to get
yeah, it's something else. 15 plus. I'm not going to criticize it because there was a point in my life where I was, and Mr. Me gave out Arizona yesterday, but I just thought that line's moving. I don't think the kid's playing, but knowing what's behind it, because I got text this morning, what's going on? Who's lighting up the board? You got to know. I mean, sometimes, and like you mentioned, some services you like more than others, and if you want to fade it at the top of the steam move, I think there's something to that in today's day and age. Not everybody probably is worth a couple points.
I agree with you. And
especially lines that have been out for 3 months,
yeah,
not like a typical Monday morning.
Yep. So, and I don't, we don't want to go, a whole full circle back here, everybody getting upset, but if you've taken like the market entry at like the fade point after the move, I think in most services, we got a friend here joining us.
I like it.
Over the last, couple years, you've probably done better than getting the number on the front end. So again,
I think I agree with that.
I'm not telling people that like, oh, you just fade these, but
no, but if you're getting it at that absolute peak of the steam, that was something to see. Mondays are normally like that. I didn't expect this Monday to be like that with the lines been out forever. But that
in some case, and it's just like, especially as you said, on a week 1 or a late in the season as well, there's some times where like a number just isn't 3.5, 4 points off. And so when the market reacts to it so significantly because so many people are hitting at one time, I just
I
think
don't care who you are.
Right.
So.
Like these numbers just I think especially in today's market, stuff usually isn't that significantly mispriced unless there's some unknown information, quarterback injury, that type of stuff.
Well said. Love that we have a friend for the show. Love that. We got a super chat here. Brian D, 499. I know you don't like UCF, but with their scheduled thoughts on over 5.5. That's Knish loves UCF. We have a bet on that number.
I no off. Listen, Scott Frost gets hired. I'm all in. Some of the after the hire and some of the personnel and stuff, I was like, and I got to be honest with you. The week 1 move against Jackson, I don't. It's a big number to lay. When I don't know if they are going to hit the ground running. I got to be honest. Like, we'll have the money line round robin Friday. Jacksonville State's in the bullpen as far as what's getting considered.
Well, I hope not. That game's on Thursday.
Oh, there you go. So it won't be in the Friday one. But hey, if it hey, let me tell you, somebody clip that. If they actually win outright, we'll be chalking that one up for that. So
yeah, that's funny. Cam Fancher, I don't know if it's a good look. I can't believe he won that job. Oof. But I don't like Jacksonville State. So
no, I think they could be miserable. But
I think the doctor's behind that move. I don't disagree with it, to be honest with you, on that one.
You want to go head to head
at current?
Yeah.
No, not at current. At 16.5. You want to go head to head? I will.
I'll go head to head at 18.5.
No. I just said I understood that move there. Sean Higgs gifted 20 Hit the Books memberships. Thank you, Sean. You're our best guy. We got a couple of super chats here. Mono Sports, $1.99. Top 6 wide receivers gone for Miami. 30-17 Notre Dame. I got a really bad text about Notre Dame today. I don't know. I'm gonna let it play out. I asked around to see how correct that information I got today was. So
the camp stuff that's come out of South Bend,
it's got me worried, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know whether to buy, because we had both heard that, it's could be Minchie, and then all of a sudden it's CJ Carr. I don't know if how much stock I want to put in. Let me tell you, I'm still a believer.
Here's my hot take on that game. You got a close spread. It's under a field goal. I think it's not a close game either way. So CJ Carr takes care of the football. Notre Dame wins by 10+. He doesn't take care of the football. Miami wins by 10+. There you go. I don't think we're getting a close game. So, what's your thoughts on that? Dumb?
I don't think it's close either because Notre Dame buries them.
All right. We'll talk more of that game. Obviously, we got Friday show. We got Saturday show. We are doing a Saturday show. Obviously, a huge game. Ohio State, Texas. Halftime. Ohio State, Texas. Well, you'll see us Friday at 5 as well. Jeff in the chat. I'm all over the board here. Jeff Rappaport. Any concerns about the market moving against Oregon State? We hit that. We'll look into that more. I got to scroll up. My bad. Trevor's got a good one. Sam Houston, UNLV over 16.5, or we prefer Sam Houston team total over. I don't know if that's widely available yet. Buffalo plus 18, North Texas minus 24.5, an FCS game. I'm okay with betting over 60.5, Sam Houston, UNLV. UNLV game, I don't know if you saw, there's points left on the field. Idiot Orgy fumbled at the goal line. Idaho State threw an interception in the end zone from like the 5-yard line. There was like 2 missed field goals. I mean, that easily could have been much higher. I'm on.
Yeah, listen, I was out.
And you were hammering the over when you texted me on Saturday night.
Over when the UNLV game was going on. I know it's up a little bit, but I would still lean that way, even at the 60.5. Sam Houston, the one concern, they're not exactly, flying. Their offense isn't particularly great.
They had a busted. So 2 of their touchdowns, I watched a little bit of it. One was like a fluke defensive return touchdown. And then the other was a total bust on the defense where the quarterback for Sam Houston ran it for like 60 yards. There's nobody in the middle of the field. Do you see that?
Yep.
So
yeah,
their offense actually, in my opinion, underperformed quite a bit. So, all right. I got to find
But I
out.
will say both defenses are not good.
Agree. That I do know. Oh, I got some juicy material for you. Keep in mind, I think people forget UNLV's defensive coordinator left in the spring abruptly. Google Zach Arnett Wendy's if you want to laugh.
Is that
Yeah, I don't know if anybody in the chat has seen this rumor. It is so specific as a rumor that I almost got to believe it. Because the rumor, I literally looked at this a couple days before he resigned for personal reasons. Somebody started talking about this. Here we go. Yeah. Rumor is he tried to order in the Wendy's drive-through naked. I saw this online 2 days before he resigned. So it wasn't like after the fact; it was before the fact. That's crazy, isn't it?
No joke. There was a Lions coach that this happened to like 15 years ago. I swear to God, at a Wendy's too. Like same thing. I have to like even see what Lions drive through. But I mean, if he's stepping down for this was in 2000. No, it's 20 years. 2006. Joe Cullen went through a Wendy's drive. What is? I don't know. Do people get liquored up and go to Wendy's and
I don't know,
take their
man.
pants off?
No, we do not do that. That's unbelievable, especially in today's day and age. Are you kidding me? Trip Tepper in the chat. We got a couple super chats. $5 for Trip. I know this involves an FCS team. Can you cap the border battle between Idaho and Washington State? I'm eyeing the Vandals, but I'm not fired yet. I want plus 14. A lot of money on Washington State. I am not a Washington State guy. The problem for me for this one, very tough for me to get a bet down. We got 2 new coaches. A lot of complete new rosters. Honestly, unless I get a huge disparity in my power rating, I'm just not interested. So I'm sorry, Trip. If you got another question, I'll try to get you a better answer. Are you anything on this? Money is coming in on Washington State, though.
Yeah. I know we try not to divulge too much on these games till later in the week. But I had a big order for Washington State yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, somebody in the Knish Mole circle liked that one a lot. So I played it at a couple numbers there. So
you're behind it. I'm not getting any of this. I mean, I'm not even getting this. I could have got a worse number. You could have said, hey, all right, we'll see. I see how it is. I'm joking. Jacob C. also in the chat, $4.99. Any lean in UCF Jacksonville State? 18.5 seems like a lot. Jacksonville State's turning over a lot. Well, Knish likes 18.5. He was willing to bet me. I'm not willing to take 18.5. I just understood the 2-point move earlier this week. That's another 2 new coaches. I mean, just all over the board this week. 2 new coaches, 2 complete new rosters. I don't know how you could bet that with extreme confidence.
Yeah, I bet some. There was some 19 out there.
Wow.
I took a position on it. Again, this is more of a big number to lay week 1. And I know Jacksonville State lost a bunch of people, turnover and all that. I don't believe in the use like this early in the Frost era to be running on all cylinders. If you would have told me UCF against a cupcake for the better part of the last decade, even Frost first time, I'm in. I'm a little concerned how this is going to start off.
Fair enough. Back to the chat. Chris, what are you guys doing for home field advantage this year? I've seen models using anywhere from 2.4 to 3 flat across all teams. I'm a different from team to team guy. Average is about 2.4 though, Chris.
Yeah, I would say you really got it because to me, if you're doing a MAC game, on a Tuesday when it's an hour bus ride and there's nobody in the stands versus LSU at night.
Yeah, you got to have a different.
Yeah, you can't be putting the same home field spread across the board.
The market is different.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you.
Maybe even within conference, same thing where like, you talk about like Northwestern on the lake if it's 40-mile-an-hour winds versus in the shoe and all that. So you just got to have almost a unique rating for each one. Like, I'm not saying it's got to be to the penny for everybody. You can use a little bit of them, but you just can't be blanket spreading HFA across all college football.
Agree. T. Lynch, another super chat, $4.99. We get in the Knish money line round robin. Also, if we like Ohio State, would you rather play money line minus 125 or minus 2.5?
I actually had a guy. We filled an order for some Ohio State earlier.
I saw a little bit. That's going to be back and forth.
Yeah, it was getting to what I would call there was some 1.5 out there, or even maybe a juiced 1.
Yeah, I saw some juiced 1.
Yeah, and so that felt like the bottom in terms of like where you want to entry and get in.
Money line round robins are Fridays.
Friday, baby.
Yeah, I know there's some games on Thursdays, but I don't know. I would say, is there anything that would fit your bill on Thursday?
If I
maybe South Florida. No,
I would. You know what? I'd prefer.
I'd actually lean Boise.
It's going to be a gross one, but Akron would be one that
I like it. I bet Akron.
Yeah, like again, bet Akron on the side. 2 teams, ton of variance, ton of turnover. G5 game, 2 shit conferences. That to me is just the like. If you're painting a round robin, picture and all, sure, checking the boxes. That game's got all you want in a ugly dog.
Jimmy asks, Rutgers got some money today. Do you agree with that move? That's like the second wave of Rutgers.
Yeah,
I can't bet. I can definitely not bet it now.
No, I think that one is probably topped out. The other one I saw chat mentioned Michigan State. That's gotten another round of money today. I couldn't be going to like 21 or 20 or 21 on Michigan State.
I agree. Power ratings agree with that, but I got trust issues there still. Man, I was way down. We got so much in the chat. Jeez. Action Sports Central talking back the UNLV minus 13 ticket for this weekend in light of what happened. I would not be comfortable with that. I think I could lose the game outright.
Yeah, I don't. I
don't know how you get. I mean, you got negative 3 points. I don't know what you're gonna. I mean,
I'm not beating the Sam Houston drum for them being any good. They could be bad, but like with what you saw week 1, it could be one of those. It takes a few weeks to catch up to how much of a decrease UNLV is from last year. Because I would just roll.
It'd be one thing if they had 5 or 6 turnovers and just were sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
But Idaho State folks had 4 turnovers. So that was bad.
That was real. I don't know. The defense is like
clueless.
I'm
going to start calling them what's that? Last chance UNLV.
Yeah, if
that's all them kids are last chance you. I'm like, these people suck. I mean, they're just terrible. I would argue, go look at that game. The best player is probably Jet Thomas, the only returning starter on offense, and probably their best player on defense was the only guy that played snaps last year, a linebacker. So whoever they brought in.
That I was going to like, if you want hot take central, I know it's week 0. There might not be another unit as downgrade like that you can downgrade as much as UNLV's defense from last year to this year. And it's not like they were a tough, but I mean, you could be talking like a bottom 5 unit.
Yeah. Austin M, we should jump on SEMO plus 10.5. Arkansas State should have lost in the opener last year to the worst FCS team in Central Arkansas. Also, SEMO quarterback is 6'8", 265. Is that the biggest quarterback in the country? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not on that, but if you guys want to bet it, eat your heart out. I'm not on that one, though.
No, I didn't. Nothing on that one either.
Trevor in the chat, who's a trendy underdog that's going to get smoked? There's always one.
There is always.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Fresno was one. There was one that got moved today that I agreed with. NC State. I agreed with that move today. I'm not buying East Carolina.
Man, I could not. Especially now, it would be ECU.
No, I mean, you can't bet it now, but I'm just saying that's one where I agree with that move. What's another trendy underdog? I'm just looking at the board. I did bet Kentucky. I laid 7. I don't know if it's going back that way now, but I think Toledo is way too popular. But I'm hearing mixed things on Kentucky. I don't like the quarterback situation, but still, that number got ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. The other one, I think you and I both agree on this one. We like Mississippi State against Southern Miss. Southern Miss.
That's gone out a little bit back to.
I see that got hit again. When did that get hit? Just while we were doing the show?
Yeah, it was a little early. Yeah, like it got back
okay.
to 12.5, 13.5. So yeah, that is probably at what we released it on the show. That is my favorite play of week 1.
We didn't release it.
Did we give out? I thought we didn't give out Mississippi
We didn't.
State.
I don't think we gave that one out, bud.
Oh my god!
Your buddy Tent did though. Remember? You and I were talking back and forth. You were,
we talked to
everything. We got -10. We got -10. So
yeah, no, we said we were going to wait on the show. God damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't want people.
Boy, them key numbers of 11 and 12. You're scared?
I would still listen. If it was,
let's lay it.
I'm
best
still
bet. Let's do it.
Give it to
it's falling 11 or 12 now, but let's lay it. Best bet.
You're not talking me off it. I'm in.
Yeah, I love it.
I think this is.
I just want to shut them Southern Miss people up.
I know some people. I know some friends of the show on Southern Miss.
Oh yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit of people on. We got Horseshoe, Duck, a bunch of people. Everybody's on it except the Tent and the HTB folks. Let me get back to it. Man, when I start bouncing around, I lose my spot. Burt Brownie's asking about Florida State gets to 14.5. Is it a buy? Not for me. It's not.
No, I don't want. Listen, I think we're both pretty high on Bama coming into this year. Florida State, what are you gonna? I mean, they should be improved. How much improved? I don't know. I don't want to get in front of that train week 1.
D-Lee 23 posted at Circa, making sure I catch the show. Shocked at the Hawaii Arizona undermove. What's that about? Quarterback might not play.
Yeah. Also,
a service move too.
A run and shoot. It wasn't really running and shooting, against Stanford. So, and Arizona supposed to be, you think slower tempo on the offense this year. So, I think that was a real sharp move.
We'll promote the Betstamp account again. He's asking about Tulane. I'm thinking at Northwestern moneyline dog. We gave out Northwestern. We love Northwestern. That will be a part of it, I bet. Right?
It's on the short list, baby.
Yeah. UT. Oh, Texas, Ohio State. Still good at under 48. It's okay, but not great. First half under. Okay, not great. Obviously, that's moved. Cincy at +6.5. Another reason to check out Betstamp, folks. Betstamps. It's up there. We gave out Nebraska -6.5. You still like that? That was kind of an end of the show. We threw that in. Look at that Mississippi State roll. I mean, this show has some power. I like it.
Yeah, I'm still in on the.
I'm still in on it too, and I'm not Mr. Nebraska.
So, I mean, numbers about what we gave out at. So if you like it under 7, we gave out 6.5. There's mostly juice 6.5, but there's some cheaper ones out there. So,
all right, rapid fire. Austin M. Brad, who did you downgrade in your power rankings the most after this weekend? Obviously, Hawaii if Aliado doesn't play, but UNLV, and particularly the defense. Jason, this is an ugly one, but I'm looking at Ball State +17.5 versus Purdue. Tell me I'm crazy. I lean that way. Market says Purdue's the play, but not me.
No, I'm not. Again, Purdue high variance, total turnover on the roster and everything. I'm not.
But I will say Barry Odom's look at tenure at UNLV's looking a little bit better after.
Right. But I'm not. It's again those like the Frost, the Barry Odom, like these massive turnovers week 1. I'm not laying like huge numbers unless it's one of those scenarios where like a guy took the entire team and you know what you're getting. When it's a mash of roster, like I'm not expecting them to come out all fire and cylinders. Oh, Duck, Purdue biggest play of the weekend for him.
Wow,
interesting. I'm not like.
I mean, Ball State doesn't have anything back, and I think I have Ball State as like. I think the only team worse I have in my power rings right now is obviously Kent State. So I mean, I don't know. I didn't get to the window yet on that one. Alex, you know what? For everyone bitching that I don't talk FCS, I'll talk this game because I bet it today. Some crazy line moves on Lafayette Bowling Green. I get that BG is a complete overhaul, but Lafayette is a middle of the pack Patriot League team. I almost said Pioneer League. Patriot team lost their All-American running back, BG -13.5. I bet BG at that exact number. I don't know if you can get it.
I had somebody that liked the other side.
Yeah, that moved. I saw it move. What was it, like 16.5 or so?
Yeah.
No, BG for me. Ziggy,
Well,
ziggy, zoo. Ziggy,
typical homer.
yeah. Oh, I ain't typical homer. The under is one of my favorite bets of the season, under BG. But yeah, I made that line closer to 17. I'll be there in attendance. They're honoring Urban Meyer. There's going to be a sellout crowd as the Falcons, led by Drew Pine, the former Notre Dame quarterback, 4 offensive starters back on the offensive line, pounds Lafayette right in the ground late in the second half as I cheer on our minus 13.5 ticket.
That's
Ziggy, ziggy, zumba, 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 ziggy, ziggy, zumba,
yeah,
zumba,
you're
zay.
gonna be
Roll
in
along.
you might as well get the student section in. They'll be lifting you up.
Yeah.
You might. Hey, we need to make a call. If they're honoring Urban, why not BP? You know, maybe you can't come out first with Urban, but then it's like we're also doing a Brad Powers, honor day.
I was there during Urban. Mullen was there too. Urban was there. Dan Dockage was there, and let's just say they were also in the clubs too from time to time.
Knowing some
there
of those
was. Let's just say when that picture came out on Urban with that girl, let's just say that was deja vu for old BP. That stuff was happening 20 years before that picture came out. Trip in the chat, $5. Macro question: what are the top 3 programs in the Power 4 with the best combo of O-line, D-line? Keep reading a lot of bullish talk on Texas A&M O-line. Yeah, I do like A&M's O-line. Man, top 3 programs. I'll be a homer. I like Notre Dame at the line of scrimmage quite a bit this year.
Yeah, that was one I was going to say.
Alabama, I like at the line of scrimmage this year. Where are you at there?
Texas still strong, even losing a couple picks on the O-line, but I think both sides, they've been loading up on the lines. Again, but those are
Clemson. I like it both lines.
Yeah,
I'm looking. Got the old boss just to see. Yeah, those would be my 3. Clemson, Notre Dame, Alabama for me, and Texas. We're gonna find out. Texas. I still have it. I got concerns on their offensive line, but we'll see. They underwhelmed last year. Go ahead.
This is in the weeds, but a little surprise on the Michigan starting offensive line that came out today.
Well, tell me about it because I didn't get to that yet.
The right guard who it's like a guy who he was an FCS Cal Poly transfer that nobody was expecting to start is the starting right guard. So usually, and I know, they'll be like, oh, well, he just played so well in camp. Usually when it's somebody unexpected, more times than not, that's not a great sign. And I was not super optimistic on their O-line to begin with. So
New Mexico took money today.
Yeah.
You know what's behind that? That might have been muscle screw, I think.
Yeah, at above 35, I don't think this offense is going to come out rolling.
I agree. I think Duck likes Michigan at that number. We'll see. I know he's watching.
I will say I don't know how New Mexico moves the ball at all. So it could be one of those like defense.
I can see 35-0.
Legitimate. I totally agree with you.
Probably under. Step on a duck. New Mexico will not score or achieve 8 first downs. Yeah, I can see that.
I really no joke. I think they could get absolutely crushed on off. So that would keep me off. I think under's better than the side.
What I'll dive into, what we'll do Friday a little bit, might do some team totals. I had some success with that last year. I'm going to dive into more of them. They got to become more widely available. Mason's asking moneyline parlay of Northwestern, South Florida. I like the Northwestern side more than South Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, Charles. We're getting a moneyline round robin week 1. Trust me, Friday.
I'm telling you, the other they're not going to be any premium. It's going to be G5 versus G5.
I like it. Onion Man. Thoughts on Notre Dame Canes under, Beck off an injury, Carter's first start. I gave out under to clients. I love under there. Texas State minus 13.5, Eastern Michigan, Ethad. I bet Eastern Michigan, but at 14.5. I pass at that number.
Yeah. Oh my God. Eastern Michigan, one of those teams that overperforms their talent level every year under Creighton. But I think that's a rough matchup for them. I would kind of lean the other way at 13.5, but I haven't gotten involved yet.
Billy J says Delaware minus 29.5 lock of the year. What do we think? I haven't bet it yet. Isn't that moving down though?
It's not one of the ones that came across. I know Delaware State is horrid, but
Yeah, 32.5 it opened up. So let's wait on that one. Love it that we're getting to some of these. We'll see though. I just I'm kind of low on Delaware, at least compared to what expectations were a couple months ago. Delaware State, new coach, top bottom 10. And yeah, it's a rivalry game. Delaware would probably be fired up. So I don't know if I'm wild about the dog there. Action Sports Central, time to bet the Irish. Number going to 3. I don't think it's going to 3. There'll be buyback there. But Knish likes the Irish. He says they blow them out. I hope so. That would be so good. I hate Miami. I really do. And Adam Weber. How do you feel about Wyoming on the road versus Akron? I see a big difference returning production. Wyoming O versus Akron D. We already mentioned this. We're kind of on Akron in that game.
Yeah.
Seeing stuff that I missed. I'm sorry. Charlotte plus 220 looks good. What say you, Knish? That's a Friday game where I bet you're on Charlotte. The money line. That's in the
that
mix,
one,
right?
yeah, on Charlotte on the side. I don't know if I
Total's coming way down. That's gotten hit a couple times by a couple services.
Yeah, I like the under move as well there. I don't, again, that fits all the criteria. So I don't hate that. Even if you want to take it standalone or throw that in for a weekend round robin, that's one of the ones that'd be on the short list if it was later in the week.
We're getting to FCS stuff, so I don't want to hear the bitching. Go Big Blue. Any idea why Army's come down from 18.5? Tarleton just played in Portland, and now to West Point on a short week for a Friday game. Wasn't expecting to get bad CLV on that one.
Well, Tarleton shit out of
yeah, Tarleton was laying 17, 142 nothing, and
and it could have been worse too.
It could have been worse.
That one, like they dominated that game,
and the market seems to be very, very high on Tarleton. I thought Tarleton was going to be my play of the week last week, and that line came like 10 points higher than I thought it would. So Martin, somebody out there loves Tarleton. I think they could be a top 5. They might be a national title contender in the FCS this year. So they just finally got eligible last year and won a playoff game. I think won like 11 games. Richard, this will close it out and we'll recap everything. Love the show. Have a question for you. How come when you like a dog at say 3, you won't bet it if you want 3.5? You don't lose at 3, so why wouldn't you bet the side you like getting a push? Trying to understand that.
I mean, I think just the macro question, like usually we'll say more so on 2.5 that we're always waiting for the 3 there.
Yeah, we're always waiting on 3. I think maybe he misheard us. Yeah, 2.5 on the dog. We're waiting for the 3.
Yeah,
not 3, and not vice versa.
Auburn Baylor was the example we used, but for Stanford Hawaii was the reinforcement of like you want to wait for that price to get there, and if you don't get your price, don't make the bet.
Yeah. You know what bet I made? I didn't mention it. I'll bitch at the very end. When Ali Hotto went down, I bet a bunch of Stanford.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
God dang it! I mean, it's just my day. My day went from profitable, just a nice little week 0 profitability. No, I lost money on Saturday because of that. I hate that. It did look like, oh, he's out, he's done, because it was that drop hip tackle. I'm like, forget the game, he's out for the year.
Right.
I'm looking to bet Hawaii win totals. They did, in that commercial break, I got to the game more than anything. And then I started looking at Hawaii win totals to bet under. Jesus, and he's fine. What a Sometimes I hate getting involved in live. It doesn't work for me. That shit never works for me. Son of a bitch. That's bad. All right. You got anything else?
No, it was chat was live today. We can tell the season is back, baby.
They are back, to say the least. We got a little bit of waves of that last week, like last Friday and stuff. I could tell that it was a game week, but today I can really tell it's game week. Let's recap what we gave out. We gave out Mississippi State. We gave out. Let's just recap everything because I mean, this just is fresh on the board. Nebraska minus 6.5. That's still available, so you can bet that now if you haven't already. Georgia Tech was on today's show, minus 3.5, minus 118. Syracuse plus 14.5. That's Knish. We got a little bit of CLV there. Mississippi State minus 12.5. That's today. If you're watching, Northwestern plus 7.5. That was about a month ago. Oregon State, that number's still available. In fact, it's better, minus 1.5. I still lean that way. And then week 2, we already got you set for week 2. Michigan, Oklahoma. That even's better now that Bryce Underwood's starting quarterback. So there we go. Got you covered, folks. Got any closing thoughts?
No, I love it. We'll see everybody Friday. We'll have the round robin, a couple of more props, and
I might have some team totals. We'll have some fun on Friday. We'll see you. for the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. Outstanding job by Mr. Producer Alex Moretto. I'm merely Brad Powers. Thank you for your comments, questions, concerns. We just watched, or you just watched, Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. See you Friday.